Hello, welcome to Game Over Gerkinman. This is part 7. This amazing Wind Waker HD playthrough. We have two people with us this week. Kindly introduce yourselves.
This is always awkward.
It is. I really should be a better host, but
You should
I
have a
was-
thing to know.
I was
who
waiting
goes
for alphabetical order.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah, maybe we should go like that.
let's just
That's
go
actually a good
alphabetical
idea.
then. That's pretty
Okay.
straightforward.
I am Blordo. You should know that. That's about it.
Yep. Nice
Right.
one.
Carbon water, I make animations, and speak out of my mouth hole.
Yeah, it's true. We haven't seen you in a while. You've, I think you've been away for a little bit.
Yeah, just doing the old real life stuff.
I've heard of it. I've heard stories about it.
No,
I don't know a lot about it, but I've heard of
them
it.
great tales of the real world.
Oh, yeah. So we're in, what is it, the Forsaken Forest? Or is it the Forbidden Forest?
Forsaken Fortress, is it?
It's
Yeah.
Forsaken Fortress is the pirate place. I think this is the Forbidden Forest.
Is it? Oh, okay.
It could be. They wouldn't use the
Forbidden
word Forsaken
Furnace.
twice. I
have to look
don't
it up.
think it's a furnace.
I think it is.
Forest Furnace. So this is, yeah, the simple second temple. Simple, there you go. There's a new word for you. Just abbreviating things because why not?
Why not?
Second temple in the game, I don't particularly care for this temple, if I'm to be perfectly honest.
Why
There's
not?
some cool things in it, and I like the boomerang. And I like the end boss. The end boss is very cool. But
It's a pretty straightforward dungeon. It's like, yeah, just do this thing. Okay,
Yeah.
did the thing, and yeah, done.
pick the thing up and throw the thing.
Even though Gerkinman's having quite trouble with it, I would have done it.
I'm just showing off the amazing vine growing animation.
Oh,
actually.
Sure.
Yeah. Actually, I do like the visuals of this place. The giant, you know,
Tentacles.
yeah, tentacles, spiked tentacles bouncing, waving around, and all that good
Nice
stuff.
bouncing motions.
The animation in this game is fantastic. It really is. Everywhere you go, it's just pure.
Amazement.
It's just some little intricate little things. Like I don't think any of the Zelda games since have, like, regardless of visual style, none of them have had anywhere near as much sort of like bouncy. I guess like to go with the cell shading, they wanted more cartoony
I guess
animation.
They can get, away with it kind of more because it's in this style, rather than, gotta be edgy and cool.
Realistic.
Get that bloom in there. Oh yeah, I like that bloom.
Yeah, it's just like the characters have a lot more like anticipation and with their movements, and they have follow through as well, which seems to be lacking in the
Just
later
more
ones.
creative freedom, really.
Yeah, they really went crazy with it. Cray. So yeah, neither of you were here last time. It was just me and Jess. We went and
Oh,
saw
okay.
saw
I can't
the.
wait to listen to that in 2 months.
That was pretty good actually. She just went through some theories and stuff because
Where'd you get
Jess
up to
loves the
last
theories. Oh, we went and visited the Great Deku Tree.
Oh, that old fella.
And we debated whether or not he was the same one that was at the end of Ocarina of Time, the little sprout.
Oh.
So after the, I don't know. I mean, I always assumed he was,
Probably
but
not.
she pointed out on the map that he's in the completely wrong place.
Yeah.
And if the world was flooded, he would have drowned.
You would've.
So I don't
There you
know.
go.
But I thought he had the same sort of like derpy round face, and that's all the
It's
proof I
cousin, mate.
needed. Cousin Deku Tree. Well, I guess like in the Game Boy ones, there was 2 other trees as well in the Oracle games.
Oh, yeah.
There's like a lady tree and a dude tree.
Maybe trees just become alive after a while.
Maybe. If a tree lives for long enough, it becomes a spirit.
Yeah, aggressive face.
Yeah. And apparently the Kukuri and Ocarina of Time aren't actual little kids. I always assumed they're little kids, but they're spirits, and that was like a thing that I
Yeah,
learned.
they're like a whole different species because they're kids forever, so they don't really have an adult stage or whatever.
Yeah. I never really thought about it. I don't think about a lot of those things in these games, actually. I know a lot of people look into them looking for connections here and there and everywhere else, but generally,
I gotta make the connections.
Yeah.
This connects up to this, so it means this. That must be right.
yeah, I'm very much just kind of like enjoy each game for what it is. Unless it's
Yep.
Skyward Sword, then I don't enjoy it.
I like
That's the
to
way to do
think every Zelda game is its own individual, story or whatever. No
Yeah.
connections, no timeline. Just
That's right.
there's a guy that saves the world. The end.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of like the same story retold multiple times, different ways.
Yeah.
Because it's always the same, well, generally the same sort of deal.
Unless it's the sequel to this, and the sequel to that game.
Well, yeah, I guess Nintendo at first, maybe that was how they were doing things, and then later on they decided, you know what, fans are joining these things, and I guess even they started, like, putting little hints in there, probably as just homages, I guess, and they kind of
Strategy by Nintendo.
grew from there. 'Cause, I mean, like,
Or
not
Or
before...
at the time they weren't really planning it, and people started making connections, and they're like, oh shit, we gotta kind of make up something quick.
I think it really started with Ocarina of Time when Miyamoto came out and was just like, this game will be the first game in the Zelda timeline, and people were like, wait, what Zelda timeline? What is he talking about?
Hang on a second.
One.
What? What are you hanging? Why did I fall
Second.
off there? Alright, we've lost one of our friends.
What do we do?
So we just keep talking, Sean. We just keep talking. I kind of like these puzzles where you just throw things at the eyes. I wish there was more of that.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
It introduces a lot of things, uses them once or twice, and then... I guess you'd get bored of it if you had to do it over and over again, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Dylan's back.
Oh, he's
No,
back.
I didn't go anywhere.
Oh, he just went
Huh.
quiet for a bit.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, these things happen.
Find out in the next episode where Nendel gets to the next room.
That's... I suck at platforming puzzles in the Zelda games, evidently.
I wish we had something else to talk about in the
Other-
next room, right?
Well, we could talk about how many millions of particle effects are floating around.
Oh yeah,
Is there more or less particles in this than there was in the GameCube one? I don't remember.
they look more noticeable in this game for some reason.
Probably, yeah. There's just... Look, there's heaps of them.
They're more glowy in this one.
Remember the ones in Ocarina of Time? They used to actually move around like
Little
bugs.
spirits.
Yeah, they look cool. They never brought that back.
Could be the same thing in here. I don't know what these things are.
I think they're just like dust with pollen. It's a giant plant place.
Oh.
It's probably just supposed to be pollen.
It's asbestos, and Link's gonna die soon. In 30 years.
That would be an amazing game where Link has to get Ganondorf's plan is to flood Hyrule with asbestos.
Slowly dying throughout.
So
the whole
everyone
game, and
slowly
then
gets
Ganondorf
cancer.
just Die.
That'd be an amazing game. Get on that, Nintendo. We'd all love to see that happen.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like that. Some sort of poisonous gas thing or something.
Well, it's a bit off topic, but every superhero movie now, that's the plot. There's someone on top of a building trying to launch a poisonous gas or energy beam into the sky. Every single time.
Yep.
So, Nintendo, they're falling a bit behind the curve now. They're saving princesses rubbish. It's all about tall buildings and amazing things happening.
You can collect items using that hookshot thingy through if you chuck it at enemies.
It
instead of
steals
killing
stuff
them,
off
you
them.
can grab them off them.
Yeah, I've noticed that. They wouldn't necessarily drop items, but if you hit them with that, then they more than likely will. It was a nice little addition. I guess it was one of those things where I never really bothered to do it because just playing the game normally I get more than enough
Yeah, that's true.
items for the mini quests. But at the same time, I guess it just shows that level of thought on Nintendo's part, where they're like, you know what, it'd be cool, or why wouldn't this happen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you need them in a pinch or whatever, it's like, oh, I can just go ahead and get them instead of grinding around or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It is kind of actually something that did weird me out about that thing too was the fact that this game had that and it had the hook shot.
Oh yeah.
Why was there? I mean, they both essentially do the same thing. I guess that they solve things differently, but in the end, it's just it's a
I
hook.
suppose one sort of just pulls you towards something, and the other one just is more of a swinging sort of one. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, like mechanically, they're just to get you from point A to point B.
Yeah.
They serve the same purpose, I guess. I don't know. It'd be
Sometimes
interesting.
Nintendo runs out of ideas for weapons, I guess.
You're talking crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. They certainly would never do anything like use a Beyblade as a.
Actually, I like that spinning thing. I wish it would have been used
That's,
for more things in the game.
I think it's kind of useless, but the boss battle is a giant Stalfos man. It's one of my favorite boss battles in the whole franchise.
It's pretty good.
I wish there were more creative bosses like that. There's no real creative
Oh,
bosses
wow.
in this game. They're all just kind of like big, imposing.
Here's a big thing. Use the thing that you found in the dungeon to kill this thing. Okay.
Yeah,
do it.
well, I mean, they always use that mechanic, but I just wish there was more of a, I don't know, clever.
More of a strategy behind them.
Yeah, a bit more of a strategy. I mean, like they basically work the same way as the puzzles do in the.
Pick
in
up
the
a
game.
link between worlds today.
I did. I've got 3 temples left to go.
Oh, that's a quick game.
Well, I've been playing it every night.
I better not pick it up then.
Well, I think like you could probably burn through the story quite quickly, if I'm to be honest. But there's so much. I think it's all in like the side. If you're one of those people who like collects all the heart pieces, and I'm not one of those people.
Oh.
But if you are one of those people, then you'll absolutely love it because there's heaps of hidden collectibles and all that
Side quest.
stuff. I don't think there's a single Zelda game where I've ever gotten all the heart pieces.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I did it in Wind Waker once. I just, after I beat the game, I just went around and collected all the heart pieces.
Yeah, I
Just
guess.
to see if there's any other things I haven't found yet.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those things where a lot of people, everyone I know who did do that, owned the game, and they just did it because they got 1 or 2 games a year, and they needed to get their money's worth out of it. So once you finish it, you want to do all the side
Yeah.
stuff just so you still got a reason to play it.
Exactly. I got nothing else to do, so may as well play this game again.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas I used to just rent. I didn't own any of the Zelda games until much later on.
Yeah, that's why I played Ocarina of Time to death, because I only had about 10 games for my Nintendo 64, so...
Yeah, see, Ocarina of the Time, like I never owned either of the Zelda games on the Nintendo 64, but I have incredibly fond memories of both of them just from renting them. I remember the very first time I rented Ocarina of Time. That was my first time playing a. No, it was my second. My first Zelda game was Link's Awakening, actually.
That was a good game.
That was a good game. Anyway, yeah, I remember hiring it, and there was already a save game there that was at Hyrule Field, and it was just like, oh wow, I can. And I literally just spent 3 days running around Hyrule Field, like killing peahats, because that's all I could work out how to do. Like I went to the Hyrule Market and couldn't work anything out.
I better delete this save.
Yeah, I started my own save and got up to the Deku Tree and couldn't even do the first temple. But I mean, I don't know how old. It was 1998, so it would have been like 11 or 12 or.
Yeah, brain not fully developed.
Yeah, well, I think like in terms of like problem solving in video games, my experiences up until that point in time had pretty much been strictly side scrolling.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, just basically side scroll was all I'd experienced.
Although I do think that games back in the day were a bit more challenging than what they are today.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Battletoads. Enough said.
Battletoads, yeah.
Legitimate hardest game ever. Like hardest not broken.
Classic.
Microsoft actually. Well, just on the topic of you've got Rare. They've got some great properties. Bring back Battletoad.
Nope.
That's all I want.
If they did, I don't think it'd be anything like what it was.
I don't think you
Screw it
could.
up.
I don't think you could do it any other way. If you were to bring it back, you'd have to bring it back as something brutally difficult, not necessarily a side-scrolling beat 'em up, but
Should get
Yeah.
WayForward Studios to do a reboot.
oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
What do they make?
WayForward did the Shantae games on the Game Boy and
And they also did the new DuckTales
Yeah.
remake, and they did Contra 4.
have you played the DuckTales remastered, Dylan?
Yeah,
Is it good?
yeah, it's really
I
good.
heard mixed things.
Well, people are jerks.
There you go. I got the soundtrack and then without even playing it, and very much enjoyed that.
Nice.
But Yeah, Way Forward. The idea of Way Forward doing a Battletoads game would be that would be amazing. I love it. I'll get onto that. Look at my amazing puzzle solving skills. Go straight from point A to point B, guys. Just straight.
I did this room in a total of like 10 seconds.
Yeah. I think that I was having an off day on this day. I remember I had Skype open because I was waiting for a call on something. I was like, I'll just record this while I wait. So I wasn't really concentrating very well. And I've finished this game on GameCube heaps of times, so the fact that I got lost in some parts of this, aside from some parts where I was expecting to because I always hated them, kind of baffled me.
These Bramble guys, they're great.
In that stupid challenge, not boss challenge, that stupid challenge where you have to go down through that dungeon and just keep killing everything.
Oh yeah.
And there's like a room with 3 moths that are shooting those things out of their buttholes. And it's just like, stop. it's not making things harder, it's just making things annoying. But it's interesting that the grass is waving inside, despite there being no visible wind.
It's alive.
It's from all the particles floating in the air. It's making little bits of wind.
Even in this bit, I like lost heaps of health. I think I was just getting impatient. I have a bad habit of getting impatient with games these days.
Gotta take it easy, man. It's an invisible maze.
I don't got time for invisible mazes.
Let's go run.
Call of
big
Duty
black
Generation.
maze.
I need instant gratification and satisfaction. I'm a very short attention span.
If you've got a short attention span, tune out right now.
If you had a short attention span, you would have made a part of it. Oh, they're talking and not making jokes.
Oh, I wanted to walk through. I didn't want some douchebags talking over my game.
Yeah. Man, I found a Let's Play channel yesterday? I was looking for some Super Mario Galaxy ones just to see what was around, because I've ordered the 2 Galaxy games from the UK because it was cheaper to get them together than it is to buy one used at EB.
Oh yeah.
EB games. Nintendo games like resale there for basically full price.
Yeah, they're still like $80.
Yeah, for Wii games, not even Wii U games.
Yeah.
It's
Old
ridiculous.
grandmas don't know any better though. They'll still go there.
Oh, have you got any Super Nintendo games or Super Mario games?
Yeah, we got this one for $80. It's
I need Super
came out
Mario
5
for the
years ago.
Xbox. Super Call of Duty Brothers. But I said, yeah, this guy has like each of his like Let's Play videos gets like 1 million hits, and he puts one up a day. He has this really creative name. It's like GC9473 Productions or something.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm still on that. I'm gonna put a 2 at the end so it makes it mine.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
XXX420.
It's one of those things I just like. I looked at it and was like, well, this guy's got a name that doesn't. You're not going to remember that guy's name and remember how to YouTube it. It's like a bunch of letters and numbers together. And then I looked at his videos and had like 1 million hits each. Yeah, it was amazing. What entertains people these days. Not that I'm saying that.
Up a video a day, Gerkinman, get on it.
No, that means I have to make a video a day. I'm sticking I put it in that update video that you will have come out months ago by the time this comes up. It's only 3 a week and that's that. People can deal with it.
It's not too bad.
Yeah. No, that's alright. And I feel like by the time each one of these things comes out, like by the time the Wind Waker's finished being released, I'll have like 7 games enough games lined up to last for years.
Nice.
Beautiful system.
Got it figured out.
Yeah. It's all kinds of gems.
You gotta go back around again.
Yeah, I really suck at these sort of... Maybe it's just these sort of puzzles. There are certain puzzles that my brain just clicks with immediately.
Yeah, and your next Zelda game shouldn't involve puzzles.
This always reminded me of that, there's that room in the Fire Temple in Ocarina of Time that has the fire that lights up.
Oh yeah, the fire maze.
Yeah, I just don't care for that sort of shit at all. My brain just can't comprehend the craziness.
Bit of trouble up in that chest.
Yeah, even walking up to a chest and pressing the A button
Maybe
is
it
a
opens
struggle.
from the back. No, oh wait, hang on.
And
They do open from the back of A Link Between Worlds, so there you have it. Yeah.
Well, I won't know because I'll never play that game.
Really? Why not?
Because The only top-down Zelda I liked was Link's Awakening. The other ones, I don't know, just didn't appeal to me for some reason.
I never really got into A Link to the Past, which Jess will kill me for when she, I think she kind of knows. Like, I've tried playing it a bunch of times and I just don't.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
It's not that I don't get it.
Especially Phantom Hourglass, that piece of shit. After that, I'm like, nope, no more.
Yeah, I didn't really get into Phantom Hourglass either, but I really enjoyed Spirit Tracks. Strangely. I like the train. Train's a lot of fun.
Oh, maybe they should have got it right the first time.
Oh, well. Yeah, what was I going with that? Yeah, I don't know, like, even though I didn't like A Link to the Past very much, I'm really, really loving A Link Between Worlds. In fact, it could be my favorite Zelda game since Wind Waker came out. Yeah. Mainly because it just mixes things up so much. And I very much appreciate that. Like, Skyward Sword tried to change things a little bit, and it just made it shittier. For lack of a better word. They put in all that cool new, all the cool new gameplay mechanics, but then...
What's that? You've booted up your save again? Okay, we're just gonna show you all the items you collected again.
Twilight Princess did that too, and it did that thing where, like, if you picked up a rupee and you didn't have enough room, it put it back in the chest, and then you'd be checking your map in the dungeon, and all the chests would still be highlighted, and you'd be like, well, which one's got the keys in it? Because I don't know which ones I've already gone to. But yeah, when it goes, you got a blue rupee, it's worth 5 rupees, it's like, oh, thanks, I know. You've told me before. I didn't forget.
That I played. Well, you gotta tell you how much it's worth for the new guys.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I guess with Skyward sort of felt like they tried a bunch of new things and they were cool, but then because they spent so much time working on those new elements, they forgot to make a big, interesting game world.
Yeah, who's honestly gonna play a Zelda game for the first time that's like out new, that's not already a fan of the series? Because it is one of the most popular series ever. It's not like some Call of Duty fan's gonna pick it up and go, oh, this sounds good, and they're gonna play and be like, what is this kiddie bullshit? I'm gonna go shoot guys in the face for 16 hours.
Yeah, kids these days, they just want to shoot things. That's why they put the first-person gameplay in this game, where you can walk around with a bow and arrow in first person. For the Call of Duty fans. I tried doing it, I couldn't wrap my head around it.
I know, so that was kind of nice. I was like, oh, I can set, hit items at the shoulder button and play like I'm shooting dudes in the face.
Yeah, I wanted the sword to work that way so I could feel like I was playing a cel-shaded Skyrim, but it didn't work. Sadly. That would be my perfect Zelda game, I think. If, like, the Zelda and Skyrim had a baby...
Oh, yeah.
I'd be in heaven. I enjoy Skyrim's, the Elder Scrolls environment and the scope, but the art direction's never really... It's very generic and boring, and... I don't care much for it. Whereas the Zelda games, I love the art direction, the characters, and all that stuff, and the gameplay, but the world always seems to be a bit empty.
That's true.
Like
go explore the big landscapes. It'd be like, wow, it's so big and open and
empty.
boring.
Yeah.
God, I'm so fucking bored.
Yeah. Well, Wind Waker's Ocean was better than the bloody floating islands in Skyward Sword. I don't know what they were thinking with that.
You might as well not even have anything up in the sky.
Yeah.
Well, they did.
Yeah, exactly. Floating rocks. Yeah, awesome. 10 stars.
Some stupid game puzzle thing in the middle where you drop down and float. That was stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, that game really didn't...
So stupid. Stupid game.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to finish it because it's the only Zelda game I haven't finished outside of like.
Well, that speaks.
Everything like A Link to the Past and forward, I haven't finised. The original Zelda's hard. But look at those motorbikes. Amazing.
Those angels coming by.
Oh, let's not even get into that. They'll come knocking at my door just for mentioning their name the way they are at the moment.
You guys been talking about us in these other videos.
Yeah.
We don't like that.
We are not fans of your behavior, kind sirs. That's definitely not how bikers talk. But anyway, that pretty much wraps this adventure up for this week. How exciting was that?
Oh, fun times.
Pretty damn exciting.
Pretty damn exciting. We've got the boomerang now, which means things are going to pick up and be funner.
Better be.
Or else.
Or else I quit. Anyway,
Unsubscribe.
unsubscribe. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Dylan, for your time.
No worries.
And I'll see you guys next time.
Catch you later.
Adios.